Hello, hello, and welcome to Wellness Moments with Coach. Today, we're diving into something a lot of us struggle with during the holidays. Staying track mentally, physically, and emotionally. The holidays can be magical, but let's be real, they can also be stressful. You're dealing with family dynamics, financial pressure, packed schedules, and let's not forget all the tempting food everywhere. But here's the truth. You can enjoy the season without losing yourself in the chaos. And today, I'm giving you real talk and real tips to help you prioritize you. So grab a pen and take some notes because we're about to break this thing down. Let's start with tip number 1, mental wellness. Protect your peace and your sanity. So here's what I'm saying. Let's start with the mental game because if your mind isn't right, nothing else will be either. And I have 4 rules I want you to follow. Rule number 1, set boundaries like your life depends on it. The holidays bring a lot of demands, from family gatherings to work parties to random invites. Just know that not everything requires your yes. Ask yourself, does this align with what I need right now? And if the answer is no, let it go. For example, if auntie always wants to rehash family drama at the dinner table, it's okay to excuse yourself or even limit how much time you spend there. Give yourself permission to prioritize peace over obligation, and don't feel guilty about it because you're taking care of you. Rule number 2, create a holiday game plan. A little structure can go a long way. Write down the things you actually want to do this holiday season. What lights you up? What feels like too much? And when you plan ahead, you're less likely to overcommit or feel overwhelmed. And here's a little pro tip for you. Schedule downtime. Treat it like an appointment. Put it on your calendar and honor it. Let's go on to rule number 3. Gratitude as your secret weapon. The holidays are a great time to practice gratitude, but don't wait for Thanksgiving to start. Make it a daily habit right now. Here's something you can do every morning. I want you to start by writing down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be small, like having a quiet moment to sip your coffee, or even as big as like getting through a tough day. Because gratitude shifts your mindset and reminds you of the good, even when life feels hectic. Rule number 4, take a mindfulness minute. When your brain feels like it's running in circles, hit the pause button. Remember last month when we talked about this on our show, just breathing? I want you to take 5 minutes to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and center yourself. Remember, inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale for 4. And you can repeat this until you feel calm. It's all about you. So now let's look at tip number 2. We already talked about the mental wellness. Let's talk about the physical wellness. Let's talk about balancing without the guilt trip. Now, staying physically on track during the holidays can be tough because we know it comes with extra everything. Extra food, extra drinks, extra reasons to skip workouts. But what I don't want you to do is focus on aiming for perfection. Just balance. So here's the 4 golden rules for physical wellness. Rule number 1, find your joyful movement. The gym doesn't have to be your only option. Find what feels fun for you. So say you have kids. Turn on the music and do a dance-off. Dance around the house if you have to. Are you going to holiday gatherings? Well, one of my favorite things to do at a holiday gathering is line dance. Put on the music and just dance. How about after dinner, as a family, as a group? go for a walk, because this will help with digestion and clearing your head. Sometimes we feel the winter blues. Stretch, try yoga. Anything you do that makes you feel good, do it for your movement. The key is to move, and it doesn't have to necessarily be for weight loss, but for energy, for mood, and overall wellness. Let's look at rule number 2, the 80-20 rule for holiday eating. And sometimes I even say the 90-10 rule. Nobody's telling you to skip the sweet potato pie. I want you to enjoy it. But let's not let one indulgent meal turn into a season long of binge eating. I want you to aim to make 80% of your meals nourishing and balanced. And the other 20, that's where the holiday treats fit in. So think about it this way. 8 out of 10 meals need to be green light meals. What's a green light meal, Coach? Just think about it. If you were to show me your plate, would I give you the thumbs up? If so, that's a green light meal. Fill your plate half with veggies or salad, and then think about a quarter of that plate that's left. Use lean proteins to fill that plate, and now you have 1/4 left. Let's fill that with the holiday foods you love. So half the plate veggies, 1/4 of the plate protein, and on that other quarter, you can put macaroni and cheese, you could put sweet potatoes, you could put stuffing, cornbread, but it's all going in that quarter of a plate, okay? Rule number 3, let's stay hydrated. With all the eggnog, cocktails, and sugary drinks going around, it's easy to forget plain old water. But dehydration can mess with your energy, it can mess with your mood, and it can even mess with digestion. So we need to make sure that we are getting plain water in there. So for every fun, festive drink, I need you to follow that with a glass of water. It keeps you hydrated and can help avoid overindulging, because sometimes water will fill you up enough. Sometimes we think we're hungry and we're actually thirsty, so we're missing the cues that our body is sending us. Rule number 4, let's prioritize rest. Let me say that again. Prioritize rest. Physical wellness isn't just about what you eat or how much you move. We have to remember that sleep is critical. Late nights and early mornings may feel unavoidable during the holidays, but lack of sleep adds up quickly. So here's a tip for you. Set a bedtime alarm, and when it goes off, you have to start winding down no matter what. It doesn't mean you have to go straight to bed, but start shutting down the things that you're doing. If you are away, it's time to start packing up things and heading home. All I want you to do is to start winding down. Let's get ready for bed. Now, we have talked about mental wellness and we've talked about physical wellness during the holidays. Tip 3 is going to talk about emotional wellness. And basically what I want you to know is I need you to guard your heart. Let's talk about staying emotionally balanced, because the holidays can bring up a lot, both joy and challenges. And these tips I really want you to pay close attention to, because this is going to tell you how you can handle all of that with grace. Tip number 1, choose quality over quantity. Spend your time with people who make you feel good. It's better to have a small, joyful gathering than a big one full of tension and not wanting to be there. For example, if you know certain family dynamics always lead to stress, it's okay to bow out early or even skip it entirely. Protect your emotional well-being. Now, my family knows I'm coming, but I'm not staying long. And it's okay, because my peace matters. And it's not that I don't want to be around my family. I just can't deal with all the movement, all the loud noise, all the conversations. You know, I bounce quick, and that is okay. The second tip is acknowledge your feelings. Not every moment of the holidays will be cheerful, and that's okay. If you're feeling sad, stressed, or overwhelmed, allow yourself to feel it without judgment, but don't stay there. So what can I do? I'm going to tell you. Journal. Journaling can help you process your emotions and clear your mind. Write it all down. And what I like to add is ball up that paper after you've written it and then throw it away, because that's a sign of letting it go. Let's look at tip number 3. One of the best ways to boost your mood is to help someone else, whether it's volunteering, donating, or just lending a hand to a friend. Sometimes giving has a way of lifting your spirit. Now, hear me out. If it's going to cause you stress, avoid it. And the last tip I have is speaking life into yourself daily. Affirmations are a simple but powerful way to stay emotionally grounded. Try this with me. I am enough. I deserve peace. I will honor my needs this holiday season. Now, I don't want you to just say them, but I want you to believe them. I want you to feel them, and this will help to affirm your emotional strength. Now, before we end, I want to leave you with the one thing that is super important. This is what I'm calling your ultimate takeaway, because the holidays are supposed to be your time too. I want you to take a step back and ask yourself, how do I want to feel this season? Then make choices that align with that. It's not selfish. It's necessary. When you take care of yourself, you show up better for everyone else. So that's it for today. That's our wellness moment. I want to thank you for spending time with me. I want you to remember, you've got the power to create a holiday season that fills you up mentally, physically, and emotionally. Until next time, take care of yourself and stay shining. Feel free to contact me at Coach Alysia, ALYSIA13 @gmail.com, or visit us at 121 Jordan Plaza, Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Peace and blessings.